A reading from the Gospel of Mark. They went to Capernaum, and when the Sabbath came, Jesus entered the synagogue and taught. They were astounded at his teaching, for he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes. Just then there was in their synagogue a man with an unclean spirit, and he cried out, "What have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." But Jesus rebuked him, saying, "Be silent and come out of him." And the unclean spirit, convulsing him and crying with a loud voice, came out of him. They were all amazed, and they kept on asking one another, "What is this? A new teaching with authority. He commands even the unclean spirits, and they obey him." At once his fame began to spread throughout the surrounding region of Galilee. What, I wonder, do they talk about when they talk about us, when they talk about you and me, when they talk about the Church of God, possibly even when they talk about St. James Episcopal Cathedral, Chicago? I wonder what they talk about. They began talking about Jesus. His fame spreads very, very quickly in the Gospel, and yet they're not quite sure what it is they are talking about. Did you notice that strange turn of events, that the demon or devil possessing the man knows exactly who Jesus is? "I know who you are," he says, "the Holy One of God." 100%, go to the top of the class. But the people in the synagogue, hopeless. They don't know what's going on. They know something significant is going on, but they don't understand who Jesus is. So I wonder, if they look at us, what do they talk about? Do we appear to have the authority of good news, or do we appear to be irrelevant? Do they talk about us at all? We Episcopalians numerically are hardly big players in and around Chicago, let alone the rest of the United States. What is it about Christian mission? What is it about following Jesus of Nazareth? What is it that would make people talk? And what is it that would make people see that we possess something that genuinely is of God? At this early stage of a new year, that's a challenge that is worth thinking about. Thinking about for us as individuals. What do they say about us? Do they see that we are people of good news? Do they see that we are people who understand the authority of good news? Or do they simply think we are people of no relevance? That's true for us individually, and it's true for us collectively as the Church of God. Jesus' fame spread for doing something, or many things, that were very extraordinary and life-changing for the world in which he lived. What will they say about us? Let's make it part of our mission this new year in 2022 to show the world something positive that makes it recognise that we understand God's good news and we are its agents. Amen.